3 relationship patterns that you didn't know came from trauma. Number 1, the same cycles repeating themselves over and over and over again. This can be like the cycle of conflict, where we have the explosion, the anger, then we have the honeymoon stage where we reconnect, say I'm sorry, there's hope it'll look different. Then life happens, and with everything that we go through, creates emotion. And that emotion builds and builds and builds and builds until finally there's some sort of a trigger and the explosion happens all over again. This is the cycle of anger. It's actually the cycle of any coping strategy you use to suppress or avoid feeling emotions. This includes lying, cheating, alcohol, drugs, self-harming behavior, gambling, pornography, you name it. If you've got a behavior that feels out of control, that goes in a cycle, it likely is part of this cycle and is used in more of an unhealthy way. 2, not talking about the hard stuff. It's not communication that people struggle with. It's the emotion communication creates. You've probably spent most of your life suppressing and pushing emotion down, especially if you had a lot of trauma. You needed to suppress that emotion as a way of really surviving. Pushing down that emotion means you're not going to be able to have conversations that create emotion. So we often avoid them and put them off. 3, you sacrifice, and then end up exploding. People often blame their partners about this, but the truth is, it's actually coming from you. You are choosing not to have a voice. You are choosing to sacrifice until it gets to the point where the resentment builds and builds and builds, and finally you end up blowing up. This is about you, not your partner. The key to changing these patterns of behavior is becoming more aware of why you are doing what you are doing. Trying to understand what's going on. Are you repeating a cycle? Are you suppressing emotion? Are you not having a voice? Allowing yourself to understand why you're doing what you're doing will allow you to make changes. As a clinical counselor, I help clients better understand why they are doing what they're doing so they can challenge their behaviors at a much deeper level. If you'd like to learn more about how you could do this as well, you can check out my book, Not Good Enough: Understanding Your Core Belief and Anxiety.